welcome or welcome back. My name is Joe, and in today's pick a card reading, we're going to find out what you need to know at this time, okay? So currently, what's going on that you're not fully aware of, or maybe you are not giving much thought into it and not really recognizing how it's affecting you. I don't know. We're just going to find out what you need to know. I don't know what's going to come up. All right. So, yeah. It's been a while, so I hope y'all are doing great. Life had me there pretty busy, so sorry for the minor hiatus, but I'm back. I'm here. So, yeah, I wanted to mention that we are in the western side of the world. We are in fall, okay? And what I like to do during this time is I love starting to get into some shadow work, right? So expect that. We're going to start doing some shadow work readings. Like I said, I've said in multiple readings, I like to do fun readings, lighthearted readings, but I also like to get to the nitty gritty. I like a little bit of balance, a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Life ain't all love and light and rainbows, right? So, gotta experience that shadow, and in order to appreciate that light, right? So, with that aside, as you guys can see, we have three beautiful, lovely piles. For pile number one, we have this lovely goldstone purse. Isn't it cute? These little purses are so cute. So adorable. Okay, so that's pile number one. For pile number two, we have my dragon head. I love him so much. He's so adorable. I love dragons. What about you guys? He's obsidian and mahogany, if I am correct. Okay. And then for pile number three, we have the beautiful, I believe this is citrine. We're going to go with citrine. Purse. Hopefully the glare is not letting, hope you're able to see that. Isn't she cute? She's a cutie. Alright, so go ahead and pause and meditate if you need to. Timestamps will be listed down below, and I will see you guys at your pile. Hello everyone that chose the goldstone purse, or the number one, whichever you were drawn to, because you know, sometimes we're drawn to the numbers as well. This is going to be your reading on what you need to know at this time. So I went ahead and pre-pulled just to, you know, speed things up along. Alright, so we're starting off the reading with the Hermit reversed. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put those. Close enough. Alright, and then we have the Ten of Crystals, which is in this deck the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, followed by, this is the Shadow in this deck, but traditionally the Devil. Okay? Now, Major Arcana. Alright, so this is two Major Arcana out of three cards that I pulled. I even had to double check my deck. Like, I was like, am I holding this upside down? Because two cards came in reverse, and although I do take reversals, of course, but yeah, I had to double check and make sure I wasn't holding it upside down, and no, I wasn't. I was like, okay, well, they came up the way they came up. So, alright. Alright. Well, the devil card here talks about the shadow, says self-empowerment and ambition, right? So there is some insecurity that's showing up right now that needs your attention. There is an aspect of yourself that is screaming for attention, and you are, I'm gonna say that this pile is aware of it. Okay. Yeah, you guys are full blown aware of it. There's some form of insecurity. Now, for some of you, it could be with money, but I'm not, that's on a general sense. I feel like that this focuses on, like, some of you could even be in isolation or isolating yourselves from others. You could be having, another thing is mistrust, either within yourself or with other people. And this is an insecurity that is affecting you. So for some of you, it's going to be like, I can't trust others, and that is a shadow aspect of yourself trying to protect you from hurt or judgment or rejection, whichever, whatever it may be. you know our shadow is there to protect us, essentially. So um others of you, y'all could be also a combination of both or all, whatever I say. So like I said, you could be isolating yourself, right? You could be feeling like, I'm not, maybe you're all not trusting yourselves that you're capable of, of of creating stability in your life. And we do have a 10 here. So you've reached the, when you think of like the number, like when you think of like in the tarot, each, like, there's individual, like the 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 fool goes through his journey, right? And then each suit has its own, like, things that it goes through. You start with the Ace of Pentacles, and you go to the 2, and then the 3, and then the 4, and right? And then you get to the 10. 10 is the final boss. It's like the final stage, right? And then you reach, the core cards. There's something that you need to let go of in order for this to complete itself. Now, for, like, I'm really getting strongly that this is an insecurity for this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. You may feel like you're a failure. You might feel like you're unable to stabilize your situation or have control over a situation. Now, or you may feel the need that you need to have control, and that's where this Devil card comes in. Where, the truth is, we don't have control. The only thing we have control of is ourselves. We don't have control of others or our environment. You can have a false sense of control, but that is false. It's not true. Okay? So, I did pull some clarifiers just to see how I can better, like, understand. And then we had the Judgment clarified, the shadow, the Devil card. We had the King of Wands clarifying the 10 of Pentacles, and then we had the Hierophant. So as you see, we have more major arcana showing up in the reading. Again, 2 major arcanas. This is really impacting you, pile number 1. Now the Judgment can be like, how do I explain the Judgment? It's like, it could be awakening to yourself. It can also be like, I'm hearing like what goes around comes around. So like accepting, like, if you've done this in the past, it's coming back to you. But we're talking mainly focus on your shadow aspect, right? So for a general sense, you could be afraid of judgment. Judgment from others, rejection. I mean, this could get deeper, where we're talking about like anxious attachment style or abandonment wounds. Like, this could get deeper. The Hierophant here, I do want to say this is Virgo energy, and then we have Capricorn energy. We have Taurus energy, and then we have the Leo. We have Leo. Yeah, and I think Judgment is ruled by Saturn, which Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So we have all the earth signs here, and we had I mean, we have a lot of earth energy here. So a lot of this is material, physical, so this, in the physical, I know when we talk about material, we talk about money. Um, this could be in regards of money for some of you, like feeling like you're inadequate of, you know, stabilizing your life or finding grounding yourself. But another thing is, if you think about it, material is the physical. Earth element is physical. You are physical. Your brain is physical, and how you think. You know what I'm saying? Like your perception, the way you lie to yourself. Now, the Hierophant is telling you to use traditional tried methods. That's what's going to help you get out of this. Okay? So, if this is like a work environment or something that in regards of like making money matters, then following the traditional approach, it will best suit you and get you out of this. It will bring this upright. It will bring you back that confidence in yourself, and it's a tried true method that will lead you to success. Now, another way of seeing this is like, let's say this is focus on insecurity of like you're not trusting yourself to choose the right decisions, is finding a mentor, finding a trusted mentor, or, not all of us can afford therapy. So like finding like gathering information of true tried, people sharing either their experiences or actual facts of information that is like, why am I having like a brain fart? I can't formulate the right words. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Sorry. Like finding the information. There's a lot of psychiatrists, there's a lot of doctors out there that provide podcasts and information that is useful and helpful that could help guide you out of this funk, is what I'm trying to say. All right. So there's always, like, whenever you have an insecurity or fear, there's always a way to overcome it. There is always a way to overcome it. People have overcome many fears and have shared their tried, true experiences. Okay. And with that King of Wands here, right? He's, it's kind of funny how they use this dude. Even though his methods weren't the best, he stayed committed with himself. He had confidence in himself. I do see that to a degree, that this group does need to be honest with themselves. Trust your vision, even when others don't understand it. The King of Wands doesn't allow others to he's a very passionate, driven, goal-oriented person, and he doesn't allow others to deter him or to guide him away from what his goals are. You know what I'm saying? So embodying that energy is going to help you bring this Ten of Pentacles upright. All right, and then this will help you you'll overcome this shadow aspect of yourself, and then you will be reborn with the Judgment card. All right, so there we go. All right, so we have this rune card. I have Algis. I'm just gonna go with that. I kind of like how this matches the color of this. Alright, so the meaning of this rune: defense, courage, protection, independence, and higher self. Okay, so for some of you, you may feel on the attack. You may feel judged by someone else, so you may have to defend yourself. Or that could be your shadow aspect, always feeling the need to protect yourself from others or be on guard. All right, but there, and also courage is here. Um, so having the courage to overcome this. So I want to say that you have, this is something that you have to do with the independence card, with the independence attached to this meaning. So you have to do this. No one else can do this for you. Have the courage. I mean, we have the King of Wands here. Like, he's very enthusiastic and ambitious. So I see you guys being able to do this. I do want to say we did have Knight of Cups. Well, this is Knight of Shells as back of the deck. So remember why you started this journey to begin with. Be more compassionate towards yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself, pile number one. Back of the deck for this deck we have, I believe that's a J. Yeah, Jera. I like the little bee. Isn't he so cute? Okay, so the meaning of that rune is fruition, balance, abundance, cycles, rhythms, and harmony. So this could be a pattern or a cycle that you kind of been, circling around. What I was really getting with it is that you have the ability to tap your right now you're surrounded by abundance, and you have the ability to tap into this abundance, but you're blocking yourself because of this shadow aspect. So once you deal with this shadow aspect of yourself, you'll be able to tap more into that aspect of yourself, the energies that are around you. Sorry. All right. So I did pull some astrology cards to see what's currently going on around you or happening with you. All right. So we have card number 24, Pisces, I believe. All right. That kind of goes pretty well with having belief in yourself. And sometimes in Pisces, being ruled by Neptune can be a little delusional. It can be a little clouded thinking, because Neptune is about delusions, illusions. It's the daydreamer. It has, everything's got a good and a bad aspect to it. So you try to lean towards those positive aspects of those things, but keep in mind or recognize when you are falling into the negative or, the negative aspects of those things. All right. We have the 12th house, escape, card number 36. Okay, so some of you could be like, okay, that makes sense with the hermit in reverse. Escapism, isolating within yourself. Pisces is a mutable sign, so they don't like that kind of stuff. They don't like negative conflict. They run away. They get away. They retreat. So this kind of does look like a hermit shell. I don't know, I could be wrong though. Whatever. Alright, so we have the moon, card number 2. So this gives me like the subconscious, this is an aspect of yourself that wants to be healed. So you're ready to be you're ready to heal this aspect of yourself, and you just need to be honest and clear and honest with yourself, pile number 1. Alright, so I did pull out more cards. This is like back of the deck energy. We did have the first house, the body. Okay, so you could be dealing with transits within these houses, the 12th house and the first house. Doesn't have to be. You could be dealing with some Pisces placements or significant Pisces placements or moon placements. They're creating this illusion or pressure on you that makes you, sometimes if you're dealing with if you're that group of people they're dealing with their Saturn return, with their Saturn in Pisces currently, Saturn puts pressure on things that need to be changed, that need to be reevaluated, like teaching you, like, come on, like, you've been holding on to this shit for so long. When are you gonna let it go? You're not gonna let it go. I'm gonna make you let it go. You know. Sorry, that was kind of bugging me. I just barely noticed that. Okay, so yeah. First house. So there will be changes. There's some changes or significant changes within yourself, how you perceive yourself, right? How you present yourself in the world. Yeah, just there's a lot of transformation there going on. All right, so we have Venus with love. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of that Knight of Cups that I mentioned. Be more compassionate and more loving towards yourself. Show yourself some compassion. Pile number 1. We have Taurus energy. That's also ruled by Venus too. I did mention we had Taurus energy here. We have Capricorn energy. And then we have the sun. Okay, so we have 2 luminaries. We have the moon and the sun. So we have 2 luminary they're not planets, but whatever. 2 luminaries that are showing up in the reading. Yeah, so essence, energy, self-awareness, right? So the sun illuminating the shadow aspects of the subconscious, the Capricorn energy telling you to take authority over yourself, structure yourself, maybe you'd have to be disciplined to discipline yourself. Recognize that that those insecurities are lying to you. They're a lie. It's just fear, and fear is a lie, right? Now, I also feel like with the Taurus being here, it just kind of confirms what this Hierophant was saying was, taking the practical approach to things, to the situation, is going to help you. It's going to help you overcome the situation. Staying loyal to yourself, be patient, be deliberate. What the heck did I say? Deliberate? What is that? Yeah, and then we have worthy, right? So, understand that you're worthy of love. You're worthy of so much more than what you're giving yourself credit for. Pile number 1. Okay, and then back of the deck energy, we have Mars. Desire, impulses, courage, strength, excitement. I feel like you have the ability to tap into this energy. It's right there for you. Yeah, you're the willpower to overcome all this. And then you got Pisces right underneath that Mars. That's so funny. Okay. So, advice for you, pile number 1, wrapping up the reading. We have Horse, freedom. You must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, whether they are self-imposed or put on you by other people or society. Break free and run faster towards your dreams. Holy moly. That's crazy. The synchronicities in this reading is crazy. Alright, so we have Hawk, spirituality. Fly above and beyond your day-to-day thoughts to observe them from a bird's eye view. Quieting the mind and detaching from your thought patterns puts you in a better position to take in messages from your spirit guides. It's like saying okay. So when that negative thought comes to your mind, you're going to be like, instead of just oh my God, you're so right. No, just don't agree with it. Just recognize wow, that's a really strange thought. I wonder where that came from. Why do I think like that? Sit and reflect. Ask yourself some reflective questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question. Alright, so ask yourself the questions that you need to ask yourself, because you'll be surprised where those things stem from. And you can also, sometimes these things stem from childhood. And when you really recognize that, like, when you're younger self, you're young, you don't understand the world around you. So you create this narrative or understanding of a situation, and then when you get older, what you do is you reflect on those things and you rewrite the narrative you tell yourself, so that way, because now you have a better understanding of the world around you. So now you can be like, well, that was silly, I understand why you thought that, but like you talking to your inner self, or like your inner child, and then rewriting the narratives, and then you could let go of that perspective of self and heal from it. All right, and then we have dog loyalty. You may be feeling like those around you let you down or are not doing their fair share of work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. You deserve better than mixed signals. Okay, and then back of the deck energy, we have Armadillo, protection. You're entering a phase where, in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and co-create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that have been holding you back in the past. Alright. I did pull out some tea leaf cards. Sorry, I just dragged my mic. Alright, so I pulled out some tea leaf cards to give you some ideas of what you can what you need to know. Maybe there's like things that are happening that you're not fully aware of, or about to happen, because these could be predictive as well. So keep that in mind. I do not have a time frame for these, so take a mental note. Alright. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so not everything will apply to you. Alright, okay. So, we have wind chimes, peace and harmony. Flag, don't be tempted to lower your standards. That kind of goes well with that dog card, in my opinion. We have angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. We have lots of messages about protection. So you're being protected during this time in your life so that you can focus on healing these aspects of yourself. Isn't that kind of interesting how we got wind chimes and then freedom? I don't know, I think I correlate wind with freedom, because the wind just blows wherever the fuck it wants to go, right? It just does its thing. And like, ain't that what freedom is? Okay. Now I'm hearing the song Freedom. Is it Freedom? I don't know, but yeah. I'm hearing Respect. Isn't it Respect? By Aretha Franklin. Did I say her name right? Oh my god, I'm like so tongue-tied today. Alright, so we have Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect in your life. That bitch launching into the air. Hey, I'm just saying. Alright. Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. I hear that song. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Alright, I'm not trying to say that you're going to walk all over somebody with your boots, because that's the next line. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Alright, but I'm not saying that that's what you're gonna do. But these boots are made for walking. Like, start stepping. Start doing the work that you need to. Start applying that work that you need to apply. Alright? And then we have Harp, Great Happiness. Maybe y'all have, like, some nice cards coming up. So, there's just some insecurities that y'all, like, to you, you're like, just some insecurities? Like, girl, this is horrible. Like, sometimes our insecurities are so loud, guys. I totally get it. And it can, like, paralyze you. It could paralyze you. It could keep you standing still for so long. But it's like, How long do you want to sit in that for? Because it ain't going to change. It's not going to go nowhere. And remember, we had that like false sense of control. It's meant to keep you still and stuck. The fear. I'm referring to the fear. It's supposed to do that. So, I do want to say too, though, you're protected as you move forward. And happiness happens when you don't lower your standards for others. You don't allow fear to get in the way because you're afraid of judgment or rejection or whatever it may be for you. Okay, well, this is what I have for you, pile number 1. It's what you need to know at this time. Sending you all my love. I hope you have a blessed, wonderful morning, noon, or night whenever you guys are watching this. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. If you're drawn to the lovely dragonstone, headstone, or the number 2, this is going to be your reading on what you need to know at this time. So I pre-shuffled just to, move things along. Right? So we're starting off the reading with the 2 of Pentacles, or in this case, the 2 of Crystals, with balance and adaptability. We have followed by the Queen of Acorns, which is the Queen of Wands, passion and creativity, followed by the Chariot, discipline and determination. I'm kind of like, I just recognize like the way that this is going. It's like going up. I don't know, like you see how like it's going, I don't know. That's kind of cool. Alright, so what do you need to know? There's something that you are, oh yeah, I do want to say that Hermit is back of the deck energy. Okay, so there's something that has got you contemplating. You're deciding on, or you're having a hard, I want to say you've been struggling to make a decision in regards to 1 or 2 things. Or like, should I stay or should I go? Kind of like, should I do this or should I do that? Do I pick this or do I pick that? Kind of like vibe. That's what I'm getting with this 2 of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands is telling you to choose, not in a selfish way, but to choose yourself, to choose your desires, what makes you feel good. The Chariot is here to tell you to remain disciplined, using your determination to drive you forward. It's forward momentum, right? So once you make the decision, I see forward movement going your way. And as you can see, as I mentioned right when I flipped the cards, I didn't even know. It's like if you look at the terrain, it kind of goes up, like if you were going uphill. So, maybe you've been struggling, like this has like been an uphill battle, like making this decision. I did pull a clarifier for this 2 of Pentacles just to see what you were struggling with to make a decision of. And, sorry, just shook that. We have the Page of Cups. Now, for some of you, the Page is a court card, so you could be... The back of the deck of this deck when I shuffled was the 6 of Swords. So... The 6 of Swords, I totally did not even finish that one first sentence, but we're gonna get there. Don't worry. I'm gonna work my way back. Don't worry. Okay. The 6 of Swords does talk about a time of turbulence and getting away from it. Right? It's traveling. It's making distance and going to calmer waters. It's leaving the situation, walking away. Right? So, you know, I think that you may have been contemplating whether or not you should leave a situation. Now, this Page of Cups is a court card, as I mentioned. It can represent a person. This could be a friendship. This could be a partnership. It's a page. If you wanted signs, this would be water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Right? So, I do see that if you were to make the decision to walk away from this person, I do see forward progress. You may have to do what's best for yourself with the Chariot, but usually the Chariot is about forward momentum and moving forward. So I think that like once you decide to make this change, there's no going back. Or there, you know, Spirit's telling you to not look back. Keep moving forward. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but all the animals are facing this direction. That's interesting. And then this guy's looking this way. I'm just saying. That is very interesting. Okay, so I do see what the Hermit card is back of the deck. Okay, so we did have, you know, this Cancer energy. I want to say this is Leo energy. With the Queen of Wands. Or fire energy, but yeah. And then we have the two crystals. That's Earth energy. Page Cups is water. Again, we have that Cancer energy, and then the Hermit is Virgo energy. Interesting. But with all that said, I do see that once you make a decision. Now, for some of you, if this ain't about a person, this could be about a creative project that you're debating on. Like, should I do it or should I not do it? If you chose to take on this creative project, it's going to lead you to emotional fulfillment, great success, recognition, for sure, with the Queen of Wands here. Trusting your intuition when it comes to making the decision, and then sticking out on it. You know, disciplining yourself, keeping yourself on the line, you know, like, you know, if you're going to make this commitment, make it and stick to it. Your determination towards this goal will pay off in the long run. Okay, so what area in life is being affected by this? We have, I don't know how to pronounce that word, but it's a rune, in case if someone doesn't know. I just really like this deck. I just thought it was so pretty. So, apologies if I don't know how to pronounce certain words. But the definition of this rune is endings / beginning, transformation, radical change, disruption, and completion. Interesting. It does give me Scorpio vibes because I see Scorpion, and which is a water sign. That's interesting. In the back of the deck, we had the bull. Those are sister signs. That's cool. Okay, so there may be some opposition that you're dealing with, and that's probably why you went within to contemplate. You know, decide, like, you know, you could be at, like, that kind of explains that Two of Pentacle energy. Like, you swing one way, but then you swing another, and so you don't know what to do. Kind of vibe. So I'm gonna read the description of this. It says strength, power, health, endurance, and manifestation. I like that. So you have the strength and the power and endurance to overcome, and the health to overcome this whatever this is, this ending, or if it's, you know, if it's a new, you know, endings create new beginnings, right? So when one door closes, another one opens. So whether you're choosing to walk away from something or you're choosing to move forward in something, there is some radical changes that are going to take place. But they're positive changes, which is what I want you to know. I mean, you guys did pick a dragon head. Like, it's a mythical creature that is powerful. It's about power. I'm just saying. And we're in the year of the dragon. So, I'm just saying. Alright, while I'm recording this, even though this is timeless, pick a card, you know, the message of the dragon still, of the dragon head still resides. It is about power. Look up the spiritual meaning of dragons. You might get some more information that'll help you better understand what's going on with you or around you at this time. Alright, so moving on, we have some astrological cards that I pulled. I pulled two different from two different astrology decks just to get context or clues of like what's going on with you or around you. Okay, so we have Gemini, I think. So obviously that definitely clears up with the like that. I feel like that definitely goes along with the that goes with the Two of Pentacles. Can't even get it out. Yeah, like you're sitting here, like you're like you're juggling two different things, and you know, like two decisions. You know, you don't know which way to go, right? So we have the air element with communicating. So this may involve perception, insight. This could even be you communicating with someone else. Alright, we have a lot of blue here, which indicates that throat chakra. Alright, so we have Saturn return. Some of you could be going through a Saturn return. We go through approximately 3 within our lifetime if we live long enough. I believe your first one is around the age of, it can start, I think, as early as 27 years of age and can to the age of 30. Depending on your degree placement of your Saturn. And then your second return would be like around your 60. And then your third return is like around, I want to say late 80s. Or something. Not late 80s. Is it late 80s? Don't quote me on this. I don't know. But it's basically about give or take every 30-ish years or 25 years. So in your late 70s to your 80s. Yeah. Okay, so you could be going through a Saturn return. Now, if you're not going through a Saturn return, this is about maturing. Alright, so, you know, it has age. So, of age. We do have the number 6, but 6, 3, and 5. Hey, 365. There's 365 days in the year. I don't know why I felt like saying it like duh, like hello. I'm sure you're all like duh. But 5 was I was thinking more like what the 5 was change. With the 0 next to it, significant spiritual change. There could be changes within your communication style. And then with the number 6, you know, this is happening for you, not to you. 6 is a loving number. Alright, and then we have 11th house friends. Alright. You know, 3 plus 5 is 8. That could be, you know, 8 does represent karma and abundance as well. So, 11th house. You could be outgrowing a friendship. You could be walking away from a friendship. I did mention earlier that the page could represent you. You know, maybe you had some issues with a friend and now you're debating whether or not do you want this person around in your life or in the next phase of your life. I don't know why, but I kind of like how this moon just kind of finished this dude's head a little bit. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. But for real though, doesn't that look cool? Y'all see that, right? Can y'all see that? Can you see it? I hope y'all can see that. That looks so cool. Yeah. But anyways, and you know, like I said, I mentioned earlier, we did have that opposition energy. So opposing forces. Maybe you're dealing with people with opposite perspectives of your own. Okay. Um, ooh, I did. Huh. I'm gonna have to look this up because I don't know the true meaning of this. Give me one moment, please. Okay, so had to look up the meaning of this card, but this is your back of the deck. The Grand Cross Provoker, card number 47, which equals 11. All right, so it definitely this card correlates with this having a brain fart again. Rune card. But essentially you could be going through this within your chart, or it's just it doesn't have to be like that. Like, I mean, if you checked your like transits and stuff, like if this aspect does come up, that's pretty like whoa. And when it comes to synchronicity, but basically or essentially what this is saying is it's when four planets are separated and they create an imaginary square. It brings both intensity and conflict. You're likely to be going to be difficult to resolve or present challenges and obstacles for you. Interesting. Now, a Grand Cross in a birth chart is marked by challenges, conflict, and are incredibly strong and beneficial when balanced. And then I feel like that's where that Two of Pentacles comes in, is you're balancing these energies out. Okay, so you're going through a tough time, essentially, to say the least. Yeah, so pulling out some more cards, we have the second house. The second house represents material, possessions, finance, talent, value, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, and aesthetics. It basically talks about your sense of worth, self-worth, and your money, and what you value in your assets. Alright, we have the first house. So for some of you guys could be having these challenges in these houses that are being shown right here. Okay, or they're being provoked by someone else. Alright, so the first house is physical body, outlook, self-image, life, philosophy, consciousness, opinions, awakening, self-awareness, arrival, expression, gateway, entry point. And then we have the moon with feelings, instinct, nurturing, gut reactions, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotions, sustenance, self-soothing, moods, and mother. And then back of the deck energy, we did have the ascendant, worldview, mission statement, expression, effect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, or likeliness, approach, impact, first impressions. Sorry. The ascendant is the first house. So a lot of you, I would say your first house is being impacted by this. And we did have the air element and communication. I did mention that, like, the way the way you communicate or your perception could be changing. I mean, with Gemini, we have I think. So your perspective or perception of life or of others is changing. How you're seeing others. And you're wondering, you could be wondering to yourself, like, is this person bringing value to my life? What is, like, what am I... Not to say that you're looking at life in a transactional way, but, like, you're being more mindful and self-aware, or you're learning to be. And so you're learning to walk away from whoever is no longer, are these people loyal to me for the wrong reasons? Okay, so, yes, so you guys could be dealing with some transits, maybe Saturn could be transiting some of these houses for you, one of these houses for you, or there's could be specific highlights within these transits that are forcing you to grow or forcing you to see something that that needs your attention. At the end of the day, if you choose you, whatever choice you make, there will be success. I do, it kind of brings me back to the beginning with the first thing I noticed with the cards was that uphill. That, like, the terrain, it kind of looks like it's going uphill. But when you go uphill, it is challenging, but it's rewarding, So your hard work and dedication towards yourself and your goals will be rewarded. It's not like you're not doing this for nothing. And if this is about yourself, then you're going to be a stronger version of yourself once you reach that top. You know what I'm saying? All right, so advice for you, pile number 2. We have stop pushing against what is, align with it, and move on. You have such a bright light inside, stop dimming it. And that's the thing with the Queen of Wands. You know what? Before I bring up this comment, the pushing against what is, it's kind of interesting that I placed that right there on top of that 2 of Pentacles. You could be like trying to like persuade your own self or talk your own self out of something. It is what it is. You can only call a duck a duck. You can't call it anything else. So accept it for what it is. Make the decision what you need to do moving forward and do it. Okay? Now, interesting enough that this card gets put on the Queen of Wands because she don't dim her light. If it's too bright for someone else, well then, bitch, put some shades on. Because why am I going to... The sun don't dim itself. Be like, oh, sorry, I'm so bright. No, the sun don't do that. The sun just fucking shines. So if someone doesn't like it too fucking bad, they can move on or get some damn shades and adapt. It's not your place to make everyone else feel comfortable. Pile number 2. Okay? Maybe you're here to be showing motherfuckers how you're supposed to be shining. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders. With them being on the Chariot, though, that's so funny. I find that funny because the Chariot is ruled by Cancer. And well, we got the moon right on top of Cancer, too. That's so funny because Cancer is ruled by the moon. But the moon is also the mother, right? Even it says right here, mother. Alright, so the moon is the mother in the zodiac sign, right? It's usually represented by the mother, and then the sun is usually represented by the father. What do moms tend to do? Take on a lot of responsibility. Not saying that they take on the world on their shoulders, but they definitely take on a lot more than they really should, besides, themselves. So, kudos to moms. But, yes, stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders. It's not your responsibility that someone else feels bad because you shine bright. It's not your responsibility to help show other people. It's just your responsibility is to just be yourself. Be yourself. That's all you gotta do. Pile number 2. You do you, and then everyone else that appreciates you will follow you. Everybody that loves your light will follow you and appreciate you shining because you're gonna be an inspiration to others. for them to be themselves. Do you understand? Don't ever dim yourself. And taking on the responsibility for someone else because they don't like how you look or how you act, or you steal their light, or you steal this attention, blah 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 blah, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what it is, but it ain't your responsibility. Like, when do you get to enjoy that? When do you get to enjoy being you? Just think about that for a moment. You deserve it. So, like, let's just say someone else is like, oh my god, stop, why you always gotta be so much, why you gotta dress like that, or why you gotta outdo me, or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I feel like you got, like, a jealous friend or something. They don't have to resonate for everybody, but I really do feel like that there's a jealous friend in this, group, pile number 2, and they don't like it. So, like, but, like, if the roles were reversed, and they're the ones that had light, but guess what the fuck they would be doing? Blinding bitches with their light. They wouldn't be giving no two shits about anybody else's fucking, oh, I'm so sorry for you. Like, no, they're not gonna care, bro. They're just gonna do what they're gonna do. So why can't you do what you wanna do? You know? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. You know? Same thing, like, if it's like, I feel like you're choosing to walk away from something. You know, and it could even be an aspect of yourself where you're always dimmed your light because it was safer. Okay, well, at one point in your life, it did get you to this point, but, like, now it's, like, it's really harming you. You need to start just being yourself and just being appreciative of yourself for who you are. And this is going to be very empowering time. You have the power and the strength to overcome this challenge, pile number 2, whatever it is that you're going through. Back of the deck energy is let your feelings out, all of them, even the ones that scare you. Yeah, see, that's that communication. So that Gemini communication, Geminis like to talk. They talk a lot. They love sharing information. They love sharing information. They love getting new information. And then they like talking about that information. And then they like to get more information upon that information. And then talk more about that information. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, you need to express yourself. There's something that is, like, you've been keeping in for a long time that you just need to let it out. Just let it go. Alright, so I got some tea leaf cards to end the reading with. So let's find out what else you need to know at this time. Closing off the reading. Alright, we have the needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. That's beautiful. We have dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. I love dolphins. Dolphins are like, they're my childhood favorite animal. I've been loving them bitches since I was a kid. They're so cute. Okay. Anyways. Boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Ooh, guys. Hello. How awesome. Alright, we have bridge. Successfully overcoming a problem. See what I mean? See what I mean? You'll be fine. You got this, pile number 2. Lion, time to act. And then we have torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yeah, you know, I did mention that there's like significant spiritual change with that one rune card that we had. Radical change, disruption, completion. So yeah, so you're wrapping up like a really long cycle. Like, so you're learning something hard. I mean, Saturn don't play. Saturn does not play. But Saturn is very, very rewarding when you follow the lesson and you complete it completely. I know. I'm Saturn ruled. So, your girl knows about that. Okay? Yeah, so as long as you do the right thing that's right for you, that doesn't hurt or bring anybody else down for that matter. But I think this is more like there's an internal change that's happening for my pile number twos. For some of you, it's a combination of like internal or like the outside circumstances change you internally. And then for others of you, internal changes, there's changes that are happening within yourself that make you make changes that change your outside circumstances. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. But nonetheless, you're going through a radical change. Be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself. Honor yourself. File number 2. So I'm closing out the reading. I hope you guys all have a beautiful, blessed morning, noon, or night whenever you guys are watching this. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye. Hello, hello, pile number 3. If you were drawn to the citrine purse or the number 3, this is going to be your reading. Alright, what do you need to know at this time? Let's find out. I went ahead and pre-shuffled just to move things along. Alright, so starting off the reading, we have justice with truth and clarity, followed by the high priestess, intuition and sacred knowledge, and last but not least, the king of feathers, logic and justice. So as you can see or hear, that the word justice is coming up twice. Okay, so I went ahead and did pull some clarifiers just to get some better understanding of what this is about. Okay, I do want to go ahead and mention that the King of Swords is air sign, obviously, because we're swords. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Doesn't have to be, but we do have Libra here. High Priestess is represented by the moon. Yeah, so then I pull out those clarifiers. I do want to mention back of the deck energy is this lovely 6 of crystals or 6 of pentacles with synergy and gratitude. Alright, so we got some earth energy here. Okay? Alright. So, there's a lot of balancing going on here. I don't know if, like, you know, also him holding those 2 different, whatever that is. Flowers, I guess. I don't know. But, let's see. We have the Page of Swords, clarifying the Justice card. Isn't it kind of funny? A cat and a bird. That's kind of hilarious. Oh. Okay. Alright, we have the Ten of Swords, clarifying the High Priestess. Then we have the Knight of Coins, or the Page of Knight of Pentacles, clarifying the King of Swords. Notice we got a lot of cats, and then this one bird. That's interesting. Back of the deck energy for this clarifying deck was the Ace of Swords. So, breakthrough, communication, opportunities of understanding, information coming your way. The Page of Swords does talk about communication, messages coming through. Now, you may be... Okay. Pile number 3, what do you need to know? I feel like what your message is you're going to be hearing some information from somebody about some type of injustice or something, and you're going to receive a message. I do feel like for this group there may be an enemy. I do feel like that before you're meant, okay, what you're supposed to do, the message is to trust your own intuition and inner guidance, your inner wisdom, to guide you through the situation that you're dealing with, to not allow others to kind of pull you mentally in different directions. All right. The King of Swords is about using logic, using the mind, putting feelings aside, and articulating and strategizing. Now, the Knight of Coins is telling you to do things deliberately, methodically, at a slow pace, and use your integrity. Okay? Be responsible. Okay? Doing the responsible thing. The King of Swords does the logical, focuses on the logic, putting feelings aside. Okay? The Ten of Swords talks about defeat. It talks about failure, being overthrown, hopelessness, also even speaking too much. Okay? So, right now you're not supposed to talk about what your intuition's telling you. Keep it to yourself. Keep this information to yourself. There may be someone that is we do have three court cards here. We got the Page, the Knight, and a King. Those are all 3 different types of maturity levels. Usually this is the kid, the teen, and the adult, so to speak. So apply the message to how it fits your situation. That may or not resonate with everybody. But Page of Swords is about communication and messages coming through. Be mindful of what decisions you make, because it can make or break something. What goes around comes around. With that justice is significant here. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could be a Libra. We are in Libra season, so this could be taking place during this time. Doesn't have to be. We're 6 of Crystals, which is the 6 of Pentacles, this back of the deck energy, is about give and take. So, and that's also about justice as well. So, being mindful. Sometimes justice is also here to talk about cause and effect. So, the Page can be a little too fast, too quick, like opening their mouths before they get all the information type person, because they're innocent, they don't know better. When reading the card meaning of this specific Disney deck of the Page of Swords, it talks about this cat's, I already forgot his name, but how it's okay to make mistakes and to not let that hinder you. So that could be another message for some of you. Now some of you could be having intuitive hunches that someone is doing you something dirty behind your back. They don't have your back. stabbing you in the back. Normally, traditionally, you would see a man stabbed on the floor with all these swords in his back. So strategizing a way out of the situation. Okay. Don't get an emotional react. Don't give into an emotional reaction. Strategize smartly, getting out of it, the situation. This talks about how he was loyal and dedicated to his employer until he realized or learned that he was not going to inherit any of the millions of dollars from his employer, so he strategically left. But this talks about having that hard work and dedication, but doing it in a way that is where you uphold like integrity. Okay, so do it out of a good heart, you know? Okay, so we're gonna post some more information. This is interesting pile, to say the least. We have Degas. I'm gonna go with that. That's what it's called. I could be mistaken, so bear with me when it comes to the pronunciations of these runes, names. But this card talks about breakthrough, enlightenment, balance point, transformation, and awakening. Which is funny because that's exactly what this Ace of Sword means. And yeah, that's kind of interesting. We got all this green here. And then he's sitting on green. I don't know, I feel drawn to that. But there's clarity and breakthrough coming through. There is some form of messages. So you will receive some message of some kind that's going to give you some, like, enlightenment. Or, like, oh, I didn't know. You know what I mean? Back of the deck, we have this guy. Manaz. Like I said, bear with me. I may not be pronouncing some of these words correctly. This card is back of the deck, and it means humanity, intelligence, awareness, society, and learning. I mean, we have a lot of swords. Swords is mental energy, the mind, and Page of Swords is about learning and enthusiastically learning, right? So, humanity, what it's like working with others and dealing with others, intelligence. I mean, the swords definitely would go into that. I do want to point out that how coincidental. I don't believe in coincidences. How freaking cool is this, guys? This is the same freaking animal. Two different decks. They're both back of the deck energy. So, you might want to look into the meerkat. Maybe you guys like this animal. I don't know. But, you might receive some guidance or information, that will help you better understand, or that will help you along your spiritual journey. This animal could be giving you support at this time. Actually, let me look up the meaning of this card, because this book likes to give information on the animal. Okay, so meerkat. Peaceful and social, meerkat watches out for his community. He's a creature of kinship who harvests success by working alongside others. Meerkat knows that by combining resources and ideas, balance can be maintained in the greater collective. Meerkat is your guide in establishing the spiritual power required to help guide people along their pathway. You are thoughtful and caring by nature. Okay, so for a minute there I was like kind of like lost. You notice how I paused? Okay, sorry. And even the smallest gesture of kindness can make a big difference. Work from the heart and merge talents to reach goals. Revel in the warmth of accomplishment that comes from producing things that inspire. Okay. So, That gives you a little bit of insight and understanding of that animal. But yeah, I don't know, with the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you notice how like when I was reading, I paused before I continue reading. Pause when you feel like you want to share some information that's like, just pause, just don't. I feel like that there's something going on with this Ten of Swords, and I feel like you intuitively are picking up on it. And if you speak up on those intuitive hunches, they will, whoever it is, will take advantage of it. They're gonna take advantage of that situation. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know how to explain it, but that's kind of the hunch I'm getting with this. Let's get some more information. I did pull cards from 2 different astrology decks, so we're gonna get some more insight on what's going on astrologically speaking. We have 6th house routine, card number 30. Okay. Sixth house. We have the Six of Pentacles. Now we have the 6th house. I don't know, I just feel like I don't know, something's not sitting well with me with this pile. Something is not, I don't know what it is. What did I say this was about again? Sorry, bear with me. Breakthrough, enlightenment, balance point, transformation, and awakening. Something, you're gonna get some information that's gonna like really like be very eye-opening for you, pile number 3. You did pick citrine. I can remember citrine's about being in your power, having confidence in oneself, being ambitious and driven. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's get some more. We have Mercury retrograde, reinvention. Okay, so as I'm recording right now, Mercury is not in retrograde, but this is a time to pick a card. So it is possible that while you're watching this, you could be in a Mercury retrograde. But and that adds up to a 6. The number 6 could be very prominent for you right now. You could be seeing the number 6 quite often. 66, 666, 606, 6, 60, 06, I don't know. But be born on the 6th, born in the 6th month. I don't know. It could vary for everybody. Doesn't have to be though, but yeah, for someone it's gonna resonate with somebody. But right now's the time to like not. When you go through a Mercury retrograde, you need to think before you speak. Think before you speak. And that's kind of what I was getting with this High Priestess and this Ten of Swords. Don't tell your secrets. Don't share your secrets. Because somebody might be trying to overthrow you. And I feel like you're gonna get some information about that. Alright, and then we have the 9th house, card number 33. I mean, in a traditional sense in numerology, we don't break it down a master number, but technically that would be a 6. I'm just saying. But 33 is the master number of the guru. It is the master teacher. So you're learning, and then it's the 9th house on top of it. So your faith in yourself is being challenged. Or you're being told to, okay, so some of you could also be learning on a deeper understanding of like your own intuitive gifts. And how they affect your day-to-day. You may find yourself falling back into certain old patterns. That's okay. As long as you keep moving forward, you learn from those mistakes. We all make mistakes. We're meant to make mistakes. That's how we learn and grow, right? So, remembering to pause and reflect before moving forward. Being mindful of how you think or what you're thinking of. Don't repeat certain patterns that set you back. Um, there is a deeper understanding altogether, nonetheless, with the. It's all thought. This is all thought, and then there's physical. So how your thoughts manifest into your physical. Um, cause and effect. Your thoughts create your physical, right? All right, so then back of the deck energy, we have Aquarius. I know. So yeah, you know, that deeper understanding, that deeper knowledge. Um, Aquarius is ruled by traditionally Saturn, in modern astrology, Uranus. So this may come out of the blue. This information may come out of the blue. Um, it may be through someone that you least expect it to come from. Um, and with the 2 and the 3, which equals a 5, will bring challenges, bring changes. And, you know, 5 is about challenges, but sometimes it's also just about change. So the change of how you move and strategize will be taking place. So this is what's going on for you, pile number 3. This is interesting. How different you guys are from the other. You're transforming, you're awakening to a deeper version of yourself, and this is what you need to know. Wow, this is cool. Okay, moving on, guys. We got 6th house again. Okay, so some of you may be having like maybe you guys have prominent 6th house placements or 6th house stellium. Or you have transits that are affecting your 6th house at this time currently. Keep in mind, okay, I'm going to read what 6th house is about. It says work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization, purification, skills, apprenticeship, and method. I do want to add that the 6th house is also open enemies. The 12th house is hidden enemies. The 6th house is open enemies. So enemies that are in your face. So some of you could be dealing with an enemy of some kind. Which that 10 of swords, which is being mindful. Keeping certain information to yourself. You know, if you have an idea or a hunch that someone is doing you dirty or you can't trust, they're not trustworthy, you know, don't share certain things with them and see how they react. Or you're gonna see that when you keep certain things to yourself, there's a cause and an effect to things. You're gonna notice these things and you're gonna learn. You're either gonna learn from someone else by their behavior, or someone else is gonna communicate things that like maybe this person was doing behind your back, and then that's when you're going to end this situation. But you're going to do it in a strategical way where you're going to use you're going to be like, even though this hurts, I'm going to choose me and I'm going to take the high road and I'm going to strategically walk away from this situation. Right? Okay. So depending on how your situation is playing out for you, it's going to vary from person to person. This is a general reading, so keep that in mind, guys. Use your discernment. Alright, so we have the 8th house. Intimacy, investments, intensity, contracts, sex, erotic, capital, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, kundalini, stalking, the underworld. You know, that's like the taboo house, the things of unknown. You know, we did have secrets and mysteries, so you might be finding out. So you could either, like I said, you could be tapping into that. You're tapping more into your intuition's getting stronger, and you're becoming more self-aware of yourself and your abilities. And you could be sharing less information with other people. You could be realizing who to be investing more time and energy into and who to be removing yourself from. Your intuition is on point, pile number 3, so please listen to your inner guidance. That is above all else within this message, is to trust your inner guidance. Okay? if you were drawn to the Kundalini energy, and because I'm kind of like, my eyes are stuck on that word, you could be going, like I said, there was a card that I mentioned awakening, so you could be reawakening or awakening deeper into deeper knowledge of your psychic abilities. Kundalini awakenings are not fun, and nor are they easy. Now, we do have secrets and mysteries, so someone could be somebody has been keeping or withholding information from you, and I feel like someone's going to communicate that with you. We have the numinous mystery. Dude, seriously, like, come on. The unknown, the unknowable, ESP, psychic abilities, the cosmos, universal truth, oneness, source, the unnameable, shadow work, inner knowing, tingling, ghost, other worlds, space, enigmas, the occult, and intuition. I feel like that this just kind of summed up like what I was just talking about. Your intuition is on fire right now, and you're being told to shh, just be quiet. Don't talk about it too much. Because you could be giving the enemy, you know, the enemy information that can hinder your growth, hinder you on your journey. Okay, there are things that are going to be coming to light for this group, and you need to just lay low and strategize. All right, and then we have Virgo, the alchemist. Methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, insightful, healthy, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, accurate, solitary, curatorial, critical, nervous, and perfectionist. All right, so now I feel like, I mean, when you learn about the sixth house, Virgo, usually, if you're an Aries rising or if you're whatever, you'll find Virgo in the sixth house. Again, sixth house information. More sixth house. Sticking to your day-to-day routine. Maybe revitalizing your routine. Maybe I feel like you know, learn to be more healthier. Or you're being drawn, if there was certain things like, I think maybe I should start this, I don't want to say diet, because diet's not the right word, but like, I want to be more healthier. I want to have more XYZ. I need to learn more about herbs or home remedies and stuff. Like, if that's been something that's been on your mind, this is kind of like pushing you towards that direction. The sixth house is a challenging house, to say the least. It's not fun. It's about being of service to others, but also being of service to yourself. Making sure that you have a healthy routine, stabilizing and setting up a routine. So maybe you need to set a routine that's more aligned with your spirituality, or your intuition is guiding you. So follow it, okay? But just don't be sharing all your information with everyone else. That's kind of funny because we have Gemini right underneath Virgo, which Gemini talks about giving information and sharing information. And sometimes you just need to keep that information. You know what I mean? Jelly bean? Alright, so I have some advice for you, pile number 3. So for advice, we have Carefree Squirrel. It says preparedness, practicality, and manifestation. Why does that sound like the Virgo card that I just read? That actually goes well with that, Knight of Pentacles. Alright. Master of all hidden treasure, help you guard the things that matter most. Master of all hidden treasure, help you guard the things that matter most. Now, that's kind of interesting. It says, help you guard the things that matter most. Interesting. Sometimes with the Justice card, what goes around comes around. So you might be hearing about an injustice that someone has done behind your back that you're unaware of. Right now, you are what matters the most, so you need to be mindful of yourself in your day-to-day routine. So if you hear about, like, if you are going through a traumatic, like, a breakup or ending of a friendship or an ending of some kind, be mindful of your day-to-day routine. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, all the above, spiritually as well. So just wanted to get that out. All right, we have Wise Crocodile. Isn't he adorable? He's cute. I like him. Confidence, self-discovery, and instinct. You need to tap into your feelings. Yeah, you need to trust that guidance and what it's telling you. Your inner guidance. Ooh, look at this guy. Isn't the artwork on this deck so pretty? That's what I fell in love with. Purifying Frog, rebirth, cleansing, and revitalization. Let go of the past, accept new beginnings, and find the path to a new start. Bro, oh my god, that goes so well with these two cards. That's what I was saying. Like, you need to strategize, put your feelings aside, and logically think of a plan. Strategize in a plan. And he's escaping. He's escaping. He's escaping down a new path. All right, so, but go down a path of integrity with morality and stay dedicated to that path, and you'll find success. Taking your time as well, because the Knight of Pentacles is like with the slowest moving knight. So, you know, maybe now is the time to slow down and take a break. I mean, we did have that Mercury retrograde, which is about pausing. It's about stopping and thinking before moving forward and thinking before speaking. So there are some things that you need to reflect on, and, you know, sit with yourself and figure out what it is, how you feel about a situation or a person. Because for some of you, that's going to be a situation. For others of you, this is going to be, there's people involved. Because we had a page, we had a knight and king. So those are court cards, and usually that indicates people. Okay? So, wrapping up the reading with some tea leaf cards. We have Desk. Pay attention to your work. Okay? I mean, 6th house is your work, your day-to-day work. You know, maybe someone is stealing your work. Or maybe they're trying to distract you from your work. I don't know what your situation is, but pay attention to your work. All right? I mean, I feel like that definitely goes with that a lot with that 6th house. All right? We have hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Oh, shit, that scared the fuck out of me. Give me 1 second. Okay, my apologies, Pile 3, for that interruption. Hopefully that didn't freak you out the way it freaked me out. But okay, alright. Let's yeah, that was interesting, to say the least. But hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. I feel like that this definitely goes with that Mercury retrograde card, where they talks about taking a break, slowing down. Well, not really taking a break, but like slowing down, to rethink things through, to reevaluate things. Okay. All right. So we have teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Okay, so this could be in regards. I mean, we did have friendship, so you may be rethinking of a friendship. There may be some tension that's building up. I mean, we do have teapot. This doesn't really specify like what's going on, but you do see steam coming out of it. So, you know, something may be brewing underneath that you're not aware of. All right, so we have funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Okay. Then we have yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. And last but not least, we have grasshopper, Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Yeah, so there's a lot of information, synchronicities here about justice, give and take, with, an eye, I don't want to say like an eye for an eye, but like things that were done in the dark coming to light. You know, this also could also be telling you about balancing. You could be learning how to balance your routine, your physical day to day, balancing, like maybe your career and your spirituality. I feel like that this group definitely pulled me in different directions. I feel like that internally you guys are gonna know exactly what this is about and apply this information as it sees a fit for you. And I just realized that I forgot to read the back of the deck energy of this other advice card. So let me read that before I let you go. We have Guardian Bear, Power, Inner Strength, and Healing. Go travel, discover the beauty of nature. You need connect you to the power of the earth. And I feel conflicted with how they wrote that. But yeah, getting in tune with nature, that's exactly what I mean. We did have a lot of earth energy here with the Virgo being placed in the reading. So grounding, remaining grounded. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave this here with you guys, pile number 3. Let me know down below how it resonates. I like hearing from you guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed morning, noon, or night whenever you guys are tuning into this. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until then, bye.